On Twitter. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb, Jack, and Ross are here as well. Let's do What'd You Do That's New.
What'd you do that's new? What'd you do that's new? Hey! If we only knew something new to do, we're relying on you. Tell us something new brought to you by
Klausman Law. That's right. KLAUSMAN Law.com. Offices right there in Winter Park. Car crash, call Klausman. He can certainly help you. Again, that's Klausman Law, 407-917-1718 for all of your I've been hurt needs. He can certainly help you out. All right, what'd you do that's new here on the show? We go around the room every week on Tuesday. We ask or suggest for the guys on the show to watch something that we enjoy, try to kind of show you what we like watching. Last week, I suggested watching was that last week? Yeah, that was right. The Underbelly?
No, yes, the Whitakers.
Yeah, but we had Jack since then.
Yeah, and mine was about
child
video
abuse,
on childhood trauma
yeah.
with the test
Now,
at the end.
And the master list is right there, JimColbertLive.com. You can see it's literally the first panel up. Click on that, see the master list. I want to get to this because we do have a special guest calling in a few seconds. This was Ross's week. Ross, what did you suggest?
I suggested a local musician, actor, and improviser, just one of the top creative people in Central Florida that I'm aware of. His name is Adam Scharf. And he made an album, and I gotta tell you, this album really resonated with me at a time where I kind of found myself bummed out this year. This album put a smile on my face, and it's not just, this is one of the very first times where I looked at the lyrics of a song and I went, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
Wow.
It really felt personal from the very, very first line. The very first line of this album is, lately I get dirty looks at the movies when I'm supposed to be sad at the CGI death of a man, and all I can do is laugh. And that just jumped out to me. Another line, the next line is, F me, I don't get the joke. I am guessing I'm not supposed to shrug when the hero gets shot, when the fake family's house burns down. I just want to connect to something real. Are you with me? Because I'm with you.
All right.
From that opening lyric, I went, I didn't know this person had this attribute and part of his personality.
There
And
you
from
go.
that opening song till the very last song, I just went, man, I'm assuming he had me on his mind when he wrote this album because it was just so personal to me, and I wanted to share it to you guys. Adam Scharf, the name of the album is With You. It's 10 songs. He made every sound on the album. And what'd you guys think?
Well, I have to tell you, I listened to the entire thing, almost every single song all the way through. There are a few of the songs that, like, right off the bat, didn't care for the melody, so I was like, okay, I get the idea, and I moved on. I probably listened to 7 of the songs completely all the way through. My favorite song was a song called Probably Not. That was my favorite song on the album. And this is what it hit me as. If the Beatles, ELO, Queen, and Weezer all had a kid, this would be Adam Scharf, and that's how it would sound. There is some mega ELO influence in this album. Now, I don't know if it's by accident. I don't know what it is, but I mean, man, it is a throwback to really kind of 70s song construction, the harmonies that pull off only in certain parts of the chorus. It was fun, though. A really fun record to listen to.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I listened to it through YouTube, but so I have a hard time, and this has been true of all music for me, understanding lyrics. So I didn't get the lyrics. I pick up on maybe 30% of what's being said if I just listen to music without being able to read the lyrics. I need that for me to understand and really break down a song. So just listening to it on that level, I could not get away from the Beatles sound that was there. The harmonies, the backing vocals, and the music. I thought the music was absolutely fantastic. The fact that he did all of this, I think is just amazing. I mean, it sounds like a full recording studio. I don't know where he made it or how, but could have been on his computer. But it sounded great.
What'd you think, Deb?
Well, it's funny you brought it, though. I heard ELO, the Beatles, a little bit of David Bowie, And I didn't pick up on I could see a little bit of the Queen. I was dancing between Queen and the Beach Boys.
Yeah, I did see the Queen thing for me is simply because of the harmonies,
right?
Because they use that multi-voice harmony thing quite a bit, specifically in Bohemian Rhapsody. But if you hear it elsewhere, and then Weezer for song construction, and if you think about Weezer's album, their records were kind of like a throwback to '50s pop songs.
Yeah.
So you had these weird blendings of eras that happened in music covered by this one guy. I will tell you there. Here's what I would love to hear. I told Ross this is no slam. For him to be able to produce a record like this on basically a keyboard, tracking in Pro Tools is what I assume he used. Man, if a producer got a hold of this material, this original content, and did some big time studio production, that could be a really interesting album. And I already think it's fun. But I mean, I don't know if you've ever YouTube wormholed this. Go back and listen to original demos from bands before the production, got a hold of it. The people who really know how to blend those sounds together. It's a completely different machine altogether. The song just seems
it's not
thicker,
about your mom's
like it has
birthday.
body. But man, what a fun album to listen to.
I loved it.
It is kind of interesting. It's weird when I listen to a record for the first time. I rarely pay attention to the lyrics,
especially with social
so you guys know that I'm not joking.
Today I just want to breathe.
There are
and
many
Kelly,
Led Zeppelin songs I've probably heard
that
500
fun.
times.
Why don't you give
and
it a rest?
A lot of them
Thanks
I don't
for
know
the pictures
all
of
the
your
lyrics.
mom on her
Same thing with my
birthday.
favorite band too. I rarely listen to all of the lyrics.
Yeah,
just the melody.
Those lyrics
the melody
just
is
stick
and
with
the
me.
power of the changes and chords. It's fun.
So one last time for my What'd You Do That's New, that is Adam Scharf, a local actor, musician, improviser. Adam Scharf's album, With You. He performs all the time at SAC Comedy Lab. He is a gem in Central Florida. You can find his album, With You, on Apple Music, Spotify, and everything. I just loved this album.
Well, we may talk about it a little bit next segment, because I want to actually play a couple of songs so people can hear what we're talking about. But look, before we...
Neatus.com.
On her birthday, I noticed you would feature another one.
That right there is the ELO thing.
Right.
Yeah. I'm telling you, when you add that harmony in the second part of that chorus or a verse like that, that is a very Jeff Lynne, whoever produced the ELO records, that's exactly what it sounds like. And it's so cool because, it's great for guys my age, like I'm 52. So the music that I grew up with now is influencing artists that my kids enjoy. So when I hear my kids' music, and I'm sure this would fall into something that my kids would love to listen to, all in their mid-20s or early to mid-20s, I get to hear the influences of the bands that I loved, like influencing their music. It happens all the time.
And this, of course, is a small sample of the Adam Scharf album, With You, and that's what I suggested for What'd You Do That's New. I'm really, really happy that you guys enjoyed this album.
Yeah, it was great. Play the song Probably Not, Jack, if you don't mind. I don't know if you can or not. Bring that up. My favorite tune was a tune called Probably Not.
Does he curse in it?
He does not.
He does not.
And speaking of that, like at the top of the hour, we're not only will we have a new keyword, I did a walkthrough today for a new event. We had teased this a little earlier, but we have a little bit of an announcement to make, some solid times and dates for you guys for a free cool event coming up soon. Turn this up. A very Weezery kind of a super fuzzy guitar. I mean, it's Weezery. A lot of Weezery kind of chord structures that go back to like the 50s, big chord progressions. Good stuff, fun to listen to. And really, that's what music's supposed to be a little bit, right? I mean, introspective, fun, thought-provoking.
It was a time, I'll be honest with you, I was bummed out when I found this album, and then I listened to it, and it just put me in a better mood. And you're talking about having fun. If music puts you in a better mood, that's good music.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Marilyn Manson. I don't care if it's Britney Spears. Does it put you in a good music? And man, what this album got me out of was way more than I have ever expected out of music.
Does music operate that space pretty much exclusively for humans, or does it also slide into movies? I find like if I'm in a good mood or a funky mood or a sad or maybe melancholy mood, there are certain records or albums I bring out to kind of either support that because I want to purge it, or just basically I need to switch gears or something. And music for me is everything there. I rarely ever do that with movies. Almost always with music, there's a certain music that kind of blends into what I'm going through at that time.
I think music is certainly more primal and more ancient.
I think it's also probably more therapeutic.
Absolutely.